Don't miss the inaugural All-American Cup Team Tennis Tournament, presented by Thomas J. Henry, at the Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, Texas, November 11 through 13. The All-American Cup features 10 top men's U.S. players competing on 2 teams, East versus West, each captained by the greatest tennis doubles team of all time, Mike and Bob Bryan. You don't want to miss this. Brother versus brother, East versus West, best versus best. Tickets on sale now at allamericantenniscup.com.
Pickle, let's go to the hotline. There are only 8 teams in each bracket remaining. And if you go to the 6A Division II bracket, you will see a team that has never been one of those final 8. We go down to Sheldon ISD to talk with the head coach of the regional finalist Sheldon CE King Panthers, joined by Coach George Young. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are things on campus today?
It's exciting. We're getting ready for another game here. We're still practicing, so our kids are excited about the opportunity to play a really good Katy football team.
You guys have made some history down there at King, and you did it last week with your win over Fort Bend Hightower. I want to talk a little bit about the way that game went, because you guys fell behind 14-0 there, to start the game before roaring back and getting the win. What was that once when you guys fell behind? Was there any concern at all that you guys were going to have a counterpunch?
Not really. Our kids fight hard, and we're it's got a reputation we've built. Is our kids playing hard. We just made some mistakes there early. We were sloppy. Once we got going, and started playing our style of football, then kind of took over.
You're in your first year there as the head coach. You were promoted from the defensive coordinator position in the offseason. Whenever you kind of took over the role as the head coach, taking over for Coach Derek Fitzhenry, I'm interested in what your kind of message to your guys was when you addressed them as the head coach.
I was really just we were trying to move our program forward. That's the one thing. Since I came and joined Coach Fitzhenry 4 years ago, we were preaching about was taking that next step every year and getting a little better and wanting to be one of the elite programs in the state of Texas. So we just kept wanting to keep that momentum going and keep this program growing. And we're blessed. Our community does a great job of supporting us. Our school board, our superintendent, with the facilities. I don't know if you've been down here, but ours are second to none. And that's a tribute to the community and the support that we do have. So,
talking with George Young, the head coach of the Sheldon CE King Panthers here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation with #TF Today. Coach, you guys finished 4th in your own district, and now here you are into the regional finals. Of course, it wasn't any district. It was District 21 6A, which you are one of 3 teams still standing. Is it fair to say that you feel like going through District 21 6A prepared you for the grind of the playoffs?
Oh, without a doubt. It definitely does. And we were blessed, or I guess unblessed, whichever you want to say, with our non-district schedule. It was the toughest we've ever played. And going up to Allen and played Crosby, who's been a powerhouse, Pearland. So we had a really rough schedule, and getting into the playoffs is, it definitely hardens you up a little bit and gets you ready to play some of these really good teams.
One of the guys who's been a real difference maker for you guys is your senior running back, Keith Willis Jr. He runs for 3 touchdowns in the win over Fort Bend Hightower this past week. He has been a real workhorse, 30 touchdowns for you guys on the year. The numbers are impressive, but as the guy who gets to see him every day in practice, what can you tell us about this young man that sets him apart?
His work ethic. He works really hard in the weight room. He works hard on the field. He wants to learn. He's just been a sponge on learning how to play running back. Somebody's going to get a steal.
Mm-hmm. No,
he's got a couple offers already, but nothing major. But he does a great job. He's physical. Not just running the ball. He blocks. He cheers on his teammates. And his other guys are running the ball. He's over there cheering. He's the biggest cheerleader on the sideline. So he's great to have around.
He has been such a star for you guys. The other side of the ball, I would say, and I know you're a defensive guy first and foremost. It does seem like the defense has really hit another gear recently, and you guys have been playing particularly well. Have you been able to pinpoint exactly what has been working for you guys defensively that has you guys, going out there and shutting down some pretty high-powered offenses?
We're starting to come around. Up front we're a little dinged up right now, but we're getting healthy. On the back end, I was really proud of our secondary. This is the best game. This past game against Hightower. Hightower is some really good skill athletes, and we played, a really good football game against those guys and held them in check on the back end. So it's probably the best performance out of a secondary since I've been here in the 4 years. So I was really proud of those guys.
George Young, the head coach of CE King, joined us here on the show. And, Coach, the good news for you is that the schedule lightens up considerably. 7 o'clock Friday at NRG Stadium, you guys get the all you have to do is play Katy. So there's that. I know you've been working on a game plan for the Tigers. What are you guys going to be up against on Friday, and what's it going to take for you guys to get the win?
We're going to have to go in and play clean football. We can't start slow and make mistakes because they're a really well coached football team and got a great tradition. So we just got to show up, be physical, carry the physicality of 21-6A into that game with us, and get after them and see where the chips may fall.
He's George Young. He's the head coach of the CE King Panthers into the regional final for the first time in program history. Coach, we sure appreciate your time. Congratulations again on the fantastic season so far, and go get them on Friday night.
Hey, we appreciate it. Thank you.
There he goes, George Young, head coach of CE King. Joining us here at Texas Football Today. Fourth place team into the regional final. It's a really impressive story. The funny thing for them. Let me make sure I'm not talking on my rear end. Yeah, I don't know if I would say that they've been. I think that really they are such a product of that district and their schedule, because you're talking about. He mentioned it. They played. If you remember, think way back to week 1.
Yep.
Okay, week 1, they go to Crosby, and they demolish Crosby.
Yeah, on the road. They
63-7.
demolished. And that's when we all went, what?
Yeah, and remember, because the next week they went to Allen, and remember,
Allen had struggled.
that was they had gotten their doors blown off by, was it Bosco?
Bosco, yeah.
They had gotten their doors blown off, and that was the real hipster, sexy pick was like, man, is CE King going to come up here and Allen kind of swat him away. They have played an incredibly difficult schedule, and so they are battle tested. And so, look, I'm not here to tell you. I'm not here to tell you that I think that they're gonna. I think they're underdogs to Katy. I think they have to be. I think Katy's earned that. But CE King has faced down beasts before. They are not going to be intimidated by Katy. And I think that if they can go out there and throw an early punch, I think they got a great shot. It'll be fun Friday night at NRG Stadium in Houston. So we appreciate Coach George Young. First year, doing work. Impressive stuff.